New Mexico Magazine is published monthly and features topics from around the land of enchantment,
including our multicultural heritage, arts, climate, environment, and diverse people. And joining us now is Dave Herndon, the editor-in-chief of New Mexico Magazine.
All right, Dave, good to see you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, love the cover. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about this Dia de los Muertos.
Okay, so we're talking, you just mentioned cultural heritage. This is one of those, Dia de los Muertos sort of puts the Mexico in New Mexico. In a way,
absolutely.
And it's something that is, you know, it's got this like Halloween, Day of the Dead, etc. It's got this spooky dark side, but obviously with this gorgeous, you know, picture of this beautiful girl and the, you know, we're bringing out the lightness in the.
Because it really is a celebration in many ways.
It's a great. It's I mean, the idea that you know, the spirits of your you know, ancestors and are coming back, and that you can honor them by preparing, you know, a little shrine and getting out some of their favorite food and drinks and mementos. It really helps to keep their spirit alive.
And it is. It's less like Halloween where you're trying to spook people, and it's more like you're celebrating your ancestors. And it's cool, and I love it. And I love the painted faces, and it's always so wonderful.
So the graphics are fantastic, and they become part of the state's identity.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's funny because you and I were talking about the fact that the food is such a major part of it. And I know next week we'll be talking with Cheryl about some of the cuisines, but it really just, it heightens that celebration.
Right.
And it's not the spooky. Some of the things, if you're a kid, are a little spooky. But one thing that maybe sounds spooky, but the location is actually not. It's very picturesque, is the Black Range. Let's talk about that.
So sort of keeping with the theme of finding the light in the darkness, the ghost towns in the Black Range. Well, actually, Hillsborough and Kingston are not technically ghost towns. They've actually been in continuous.
I was curious about that because, I mean, if you're from New York, you might think it's a ghost town. But it's, I mean, these are still really functioning.
20 people might live there.
Yeah, exactly.
But they've been living, you know, people have been living there continuously, sort of since they were silver boom towns in the 1880s, and then the silvers busted in the 1890s. But these towns held on.
And this is a little cafe that's there?
The Hillsborough Cafe.
Hillsborough Cafe.
Timeless, timeless quality to it, where there's, you know, very historic vibe, and you know, the locals that live there are, you know, that's a hub for the locals. You can see there was a guy picking a mandolin on the front porch. I mean, it's got this small town, villagey vibe.
Okay, and you can stay there in the lodge.
Then down the road in Kingston, there's the Black Range Lodge, which is again a historic place. It was founded, you know, got sort of pieces from the 1880s, the 1930s. So it's definitely got that period vibe too. But it's very progressive because they practice natural construction there, and they actually have a. You can go there and learn about natural construction.
Great. I also hear that's the best place for sunsets and sunrise.
Is that?
Oh yeah. I was reading the article, and it says you got to be there for sunrise and sunset. Now there are other aspects that do have sort of a ghost town feel to it, like the schoolhouse. Is that right?
Well, the down 17 miles south in Lake Valley. Now that's a real ghost town that did not survive the silver bust. But now the BLM owns and operates it as a you know, as a place you can go and learn and take tours, and you know, sort of again. It's something we have in New Mexico that more than a lot of other states, and it's a way to connect again with, you know, the idea of people that came before us and what were their lives like. I mean, it's kind of respectful, and you have an empathy for it. And I have a spoiler alert. There's a great last line for this story. I'm going to break a cardinal rule right here. The writer says, you know, it's not the towns we seek, it's the ghosts.
Which
I think is a nice, you know, that plays into the Day of the Dead theme too. It's like, you know, respect for the people that came before us and thinking about their lives, and, you know, just appreciating it and learning something from it.
So switching gears a little bit, we also talk bird watching in this issue.
Right. So if you were going to be driving down to the Black Range down 25, you know, you should pull off, you know, and go to the Bosque de la Apache.
Beautiful area out there.
It's one of the great migrations I think that this country probably has to offer. I mean, this is real National Geographic stuff.
Wow, that's incredible.
And there's some great bird watching here.
Yes, well, there's some a little closer home in Corrales.
In Corrales,
is that right?
They've done a great job of like conservation and preservation on the Bosque in Corrales, such that the Audubon Society has named it a very important bird area. And you know, like 250 species of birds have been spotted in there. So you know, it's a great opportunity to connect with the migration without going down to the Buscadero Apache.
Yeah, lots of really great stuff. I mean, we could spend an hour just going through this, especially because there's so many great topics, guys. So again, if you want to pick up a copy of this, Dave, the best way to do this, we can go on to nmmagazine.com, right?
Yes, to find out about more of our content, find out how to connect with us, find out how to subscribe. We're also on newsstands all over the place.
Yeah, so this article's on newsstands now, right?
Right. This
fantastic.
is street data.
This one's going home with me. I still got a lot of reading I need to do in this article. Dave, always a pleasure to see you, buddy.
Good to
and
see
for
you.
more information, guys, of course, head over to Casa.com, click on the Style tab. We will have links so you can get your subscription. The holidays are coming up. Makes a great gift.